Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. I just wanted to come on real quick and share some things with you all. Oh, it's glitching, isn't it? Can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, you can hear me, right? Oh, I hope you guys can hear me. Hold on. Yes. Okay. So we should be good to go. All right. So I wanted to come on today and remind you guys about some things. First and foremost, it is Thursday. The week is almost over. I hope you guys are very excited for the weekend. Here we are. The weather's supposed to be really warm. Hopefully warm enough for you guys all, everybody to go swimming or at least hang out outside and barbecue or just sit outside for once instead of being inside. Oh, let's see. Let's start off with, hold on. All right. The April Showers reading promo is about halfway through. It ends on April 30th. So, hey, starting, what are you scolding me for? Starting May 1st, the monetary investment is going to go back to $44. It is currently, the promo is presenting it at $33.33. So be sure to, hold on, you're going to give her a treat for what she did? Why are you treating her? Yeah, starting May 1st, that's going to go, the monetary investment is going to reset back to the 44. So be sure to get in on it while you can. I don't want you. Is it super glitchy? Because it's showing super glitchy on my end. I hope it stays enough for you. Look at my hair. It's just, I don't know what to do with my hair. I know, again, when my sister sees it, she's going to fuss at me because she's going to want to color my hair. I don't mind my hair looking like this. I really don't. Anyway, hi, Elizabeth. Oh, I didn't see you there. Okay, so let's go back. The April Shower promo ends on, let me close all this out. There we go. It ends on May 1st, so make sure that you get in on it before it runs out. You have about 15 days to do so. And of course, you can do so. Let me go ahead and post the link for you. Really? We're doing that right now? Oh, yeah. To book your reading. Again, that ends in 15 days. So make sure that you get in on it before it ends. Now, here's the thing. On the website, you do need, I think it's PayPal, through PayPal, or you can use your credit card to pay. In the event that those are not an option for you, reach out to me because we can figure something else out. I don't want you all to feel as though you have to fit into that, the confinements of those payment methods. Feel free to reach out to me if things don't work out for you in terms of what payment methods are offered on the website. Okay. I'm always here and we can chit chat and figure something out. Okay. All right. Secondly, the Women's Circle is on Friday, April 23rd. So that's not this Friday, but it is the following Friday, and that is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. The topic of discussion / conversation is accountability. That came through super strong for us this last week. It was coming through something vicious. So obviously we're being told that this is something we need to all sit down and talk about amongst ourselves. Again, it's not like a teaching situation, a school classroom environment. That's not what it is. We all get together via Zoom and we just talk and chit chat and hang out and have a great time. Of course, in a private, confidential setting, it's not like it's for the public. You have to sign up for it. This is ridiculously glitchy. All right, so for the Women's Circle, all right, so for the Women's Circle, you can sign up there. The duration of the Women's Circle is about an hour. Sometimes it goes a little more. It just depends on what we have going on. I hope that you guys all can make it. I hope all you lovely, wonderful, beautiful, and amazing ladies have the opportunity to participate because it is always a really great time. And I mean, it's not only is it a great time, but we all come in, we support, and we nourish each other. Even if we just show up, we don't even have to converse or contribute. Just being there is helps raise the vibration for everyone. And it allows us the opportunity to show up for ourselves and not have to worry about anything or everyone else. For example, not have to worry about work or, tending to the daily responsibilities around you. We're carving out this time just for us so that we can just be us. Because we don't, as women, we all know, it doesn't matter what culture or tradition it is, we don't really have the opportunity to just be ourselves because we're conditioned to believe otherwise. It's a learned behavior. So we have to make the choice to show up for ourselves first and foremost, right? Right. And I get, I live for my child, my children, and my family comes first, and then me. It's like, I get that. But if you don't tend to yourself first, you're not able to show up for anybody. Nobody, you can't be there for anyone. I mean, I know that's a cliche and that's all the trendy, don't pour an empty cup. But even aside from that, if you're not taking care of yourself and ensuring that your mental health is in a good place, or your physical health is in a good place, or even your spiritual health is in a good place, what do you have to offer someone else? You show up. If I'm showing up for my daughter and I'm like not in a good mental place, I'm upset at her, I'm fussing at her, I'm being angry, or if my physical health isn't well, even I struggle with that right now. If I'm like too much in pain for this or that, I can't show up for her. I'm not available to her, and we don't want to do that. I'm a prime example of that, actually, when it comes to my physical health. So that's an ongoing challenge, but I'll work it out. I'll figure it out till we work it out. Okay, let's see. So we covered the April Showers promo, and we also covered the Women's Circle. So since we're all here, I will go ahead and let's see. Okay, just a little glitchy. Good. On my end, it's bizarre. It's super glitchy, and then it pauses, and when it goes back, I go really, really fast to catch up, which is weird. See, I did it right now. Anyway, do you guys have any questions for me in regards to the promo or the Women's Circle? This is your opportunity to ask away. I'm here for it, so let me know. And in the meantime, let's see. So the universe is up here talking about, Anna, you got to work on your connection. You out here stressing too much. You pressing yourself too much. It's like, I feel like I have to do something like miraculous or something intense or something, quote unquote, super spiritual in order for me to have that connection. And this is kind of the place where I was at the beginning when I was going to do readings. It's like I believed it had to look somewhere or had to feel somewhere. And so I wasn't connecting. I was completely blocking myself. And I had to just stop trying so hard. That's it. I had to stop trying so hard. For some reason, all of a sudden, I started doing that again. And it's not that I'm not channeling or getting any downloads, but it's like they're vague and just kind of like, what's the word? Not alalihera, but they're just really vague. And I don't like that. So I got to just step on back. All right. So that's why the universe came on here and said, look, when you're in public and when you're doing readings or you're doing lives, for some reason my walls are down or I don't try as hard and everything just it just flows so much easier. And so channeling comes through a lot better. So here we go. So I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to translate these cards. Okay. So the first card that came up, we have Water, the Overflow. And then we have Sheet of the Lotus. And lastly, we have Radical Expansion. This deck is not a deck I have a relationship with just yet. I mean, I do, but it's not like this deck. We're learning to hang out with each other. So this one is very new to me, so to speak. But so that's why I chose it, so that we could practice together. So what are you getting from this? We have the Water, we have She of the Lotus, and we have Radical Expansion. So what are you guys telling you? What is your intuition speaking to you in regards to this? Let's hear it. I want to hear your ideas. I want to hear your thoughts. Share with me and I will share mine with you. So what I'm getting is Water, She of the Lotus, and Radical Expansion. To me, water is a way of cleansing. It's also a conduit, a very strong conduit. So what does this tell me is do something involving water to download, since obviously that's my challenge right now. And right here, we're talking about a river, or do a spiritual bath, a baño for yourself. So, because that also works, that actually works very well. So it's something in regards to water, working with water, spending time with water. And if it rains, go outside. Maybe it's raining where you are. That's what that is. Next is She of the Lotus. To me, the lotus represents meditation, bringing yourself back to center. So, and the last card is radical expansion. So what this story is telling me, this picture book is telling me is, look, you are struggling with channeling, with being open to receiving without having to try so hard or to think that it should look a certain way, because that's like rookie stuff. That's stuff that I was struggling with when I first started. So this is what the universe is saying. Look, let me just give it to you straight. For you, right now, it's going to take for you to work with water. Whether you're sitting by water or you're doing a bio, water is going to be the key for you, because not only is it going to cleanse you, but it's also going to serve as a very, very strong conduit for channeling and for receiving downloads. And that's exactly what you're working towards. So your meditative method of approach or modality is going to be working with water. And through that, you're going to realize that you're already experiencing expansion, but kind of honing in on this specifically on this channeling and meditation method. That's when things are going to get radical for you. And not necessarily, like, when I say radical, I think of the Ninja Turtles, but that's not, let's get away from that. Radical expansion to me means extreme, something like big or jolty. And so it may feel like radical expansion, but in fact, it's just clearing off the cobwebs and kind of opening my eyes and, like, rubbing the sleep out of my eye and realizing that it's been there the whole time. I just needed to look at it from a more clear and untangled way, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm getting from this deck here. I mean, from this pool here. Yes? All right. Please share with me. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to hear what you got from it. And let me pull it again, what it was. That pool was water, She of the Lotus, and radical expansion. So let's hear. I really, really want to hear what you guys have to say. Whenever I ask you guys' opinions or ask your thoughts around something, I really want to know, because more often than not, it provides a lot of insight as to how the perspectives I already maintain about something, or what it is, how I'm learning about something. Let's move on to another deck real quick. As you guys all know, my preferred method of doing readings is through oracle cards. I was called to it. That's just my jam, and that's just how it's always been. So if you guys are here, just drop a little hello so I know that you're here. Also, before we move on, just another reminder: the April shower promo is halfway through. It ends on April 30th, so be sure that you book your reading, because come May 1st, it's going to completely reset back to $44. And if you wait till then, you're going to miss out on the $10 discount. So don't do that. You can visit my website. I've dropped the link there in the comments, and I'll put it also in the description when we're done. Yeah, it's there. You can book your readings there. Also, the Women's Circle is on Friday, May 23rd, which is coming up, not this Friday, but the following Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And in order to attend, you have to sign up, because that's how I'll be sending the Zoom link out to you. Okay. And I've also dropped the link in the comments for that as well. Do you guys have any questions about either of those things before I move forward? So I have been doing some tarot practice. Again, my preferred method of reading, or my preferred divination tool, is oracle cards. I don't need the cards. I just like them. I enjoy working with them. Tarot has not been my jam, but I'm wanting to learn tarot. My biggest challenge with tarot is that I'm so hell bent on learning the book that I forget completely dismissing or discrediting my intuition. When I look at this, I'm like, man, I have to learn, all the major arcana, the minor arcana. I have to learn all this stuff, and I completely forget that I don't. I don't. If people, some people choose to read the book and learn the book, and what each card represents or what each card means per the book, or you can solely go based on intuition. And that's the part that I forget, because that's what I do with oracle cards. It is not often that I read the books at all. Sometimes I'll be called to look, just read the book, because what this says is exactly what I want to say to them, or, what the universe wants to say. But for the 9 times out of 10, it's all intuition. So I don't understand why when it comes to tarot, I freak out and think that it has to be a completely different way. So here we go. Let's do a tarot pull. Okay. Oh, real quick. For the intuitive readings, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't really focus on that chunk of the website. If I'm not mistaken, the method of payments are PayPal, or credit card. If those don't work for you, don't hesitate to reach out to me because we can figure something else out, okay? All right. So the archangels are coming through, which is they are not like major players in my divine spiritual support team, but Archangel Michael is coming through, and he wants to come out and say to everybody, like he wants to come make an announcement and say, look, I know that you guys are super used to working with me for cord cutting, especially at the full moon, but don't forget, I'm here to help you fight your battles, and I'm here for protection as well. So how about we talk a little bit so we can start getting familiar with that, and remember that that's under my blanket of characteristics that I do, that that I have. So yes, I'll help you cut things. I got the sword. I'll help you cut cords. I'll help you release things and people, but I'm also going to help you fight your battles and protect you. So let's talk about that. So Archangel Michael wants you guys to focus on that as well. To me, Archangel Michael is like one of the basic, and I don't mean it as an insult, but rather basic. Like he's one of the basic players of the team where it's like must-haves. So get your time on with Archangel Michael because he's wanting you all to start working on your protection. Okay, what they're also showing me is a lot of us have been really, really focusing on divination work, doing readings or mentoring or anything along those lines, being of service to others through divination, which is great. But what I'm showing is there's a lot, like they're showing like it's like a curtain, a cloud of curtain, and all of us healers and practitioners are there, like part of a fog curtain, like completely embraced, like in a fog bubble. But then around it, there's like holes. And what that's saying is some of you are not protecting yourself when you're doing divination work. Not at all. It's like you do the cleansing thing and you kind of do, like, for example, I'm a prayer person. I do the sign of the cross a lot, but beyond like your initial protection ritual or your protection practice, you don't go beyond that. So as you're doing readings and you're depleting your energy, or you're opening up portals, or you're channeling, or you're connecting, you weaken your aura, so to speak, or you weaken your your force field, your protective force field around you, and oh my God, why can I'm looking at that freaking, what is that he's holding? It's a bunny. What was that? Buenos Aires. What's that in his hand? Oh, it's a can opener. It's a bunny can opener. Huh. Anyway, you're not, what's the word? You're not renewing or replenishing your protection as you're doing divination work. And that's a problem, because what's going to happen is you're going to open yourself up to psychic attacks, or you're going to deplete your energy so much that you're going to get physically ill. You're going to get sick, and you're not going to be able to keep doing any work, because you have to now reset yourself and start from scratch to rebuild yourself, to re-strengthen yourself, and to recalibrate yourself. And if you continue to do that, or if you continue to participate in that vicious cycle, so to speak, you're going to continue to get sick, and you're not going to be able to do as much divination work, or you're not going to be able to do it very well. And that's a problem. And I think that's why Archangel Michael came through today to talk to us about protection. So make sure that no matter what kind of divination work you're doing, even if you're doing it for yourself, or just, you're sitting and you're chit-chatting with the girls on each other, you want to practice, that counts too. Anytime you do any sort of spiritual or divination work, you have to protect yourself. I mean, you don't have to, you can do what you want, but protection is important. It's vital. It's key. If you don't protect yourself, then you might as well just go and get that Ouija board out, ask for anything and everybody. Nope, not today. Anything and everybody to come through and hang out with you. So that's exactly that's how they're representing the issue of protection. I am at a loss for words today. Today's not a good vocabulary day. Okay, so let's do this right quick. Remember, if you guys are here, say hello so I know that you're here. Don't forget the April shot reading promo ends in 15 days. So make sure that you get in there and you book reading. The original the original monetary exchange for that is $44. So come May 1st, that price is going back to that amount. Right now, the promo is presenting it at $33.33. That's a tad bit more than $10 discount. So be sure you get in on that. Come May 1st, I think I'm going to I'm being asked to just put promos on, just chill with them for a while and just go from there. Don't miss out on it. Also, the Women's Circle is happening next Friday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Be sure to sign up there because you have, in order to attend, you have to sign up because that's how I'll be sending the Zoom link out to everybody. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Having more doesn't mean better. It just means you have more. And sometimes when you try to work with so many decks, you spread yourself too thin and your channeling isn't as great, or it's not coming through as well as it can be if you just kind of focus on one, or you kind of, what's the word, like trim the fat, so to speak, and just focus on the ones that you have a good relationship with, or focus on the ones that you really connect with. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna, how many do you want? Oh, he only wants two. So the two cards that popped up for us today are 1, 2, 3, 4. The Four of Swords and the 7 of Cups. That's not cups. What are those? See, I'm not familiar even with, are those cups? Yeah, those are cups, right? Because sometimes they're like different pictures mean 7 cups. Okay, so yeah, 7 of Cups. So we have the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Now, all I looked at the book for was to see if what they described matched the picture, but it didn't. So I know it's 7 of Cups. So what I'm showing is with this one, what I'm seeing, the things that stand out to me the most are, number one, the stained glass window. To me, that reminds me of my church. And number two, he's laying down still and kind of in a prayer position. What this means to me is, and the fact, okay, what this means to me is it's time to focus on my spiritual foundation. Because that, to me, what he's laying on is not necessarily a bed, but to me, it's like a stone or a wood bed. And to me, that's solid, right? It's a good solid foundation. Stone or wood or good solid foundation. Stone or wood or good solid foundation. So what this shows, what I am reading from this card is, right now is the time for me to focus on the foundation of my life, of my being, which is my spirituality, my spiritual foundation, my spiritual development, my, desarrollo espiritual. And that's what that is. And church represents that. So spirituality and foundation. It's time to just chill for a minute, to lay back, to really, really focus on fruition, because you can make the magic happen. So that's what that came through to me. See, it's weird because, I need to practice reading tarot. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this tarot thing. I'm going to get it down. I just have to get myself out of the mindset that it has to be by the book. It has to be that when it doesn't, because I don't even read Oracle like that. I just go with whatever I feel. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, just wanted to come on and remind you guys about the April Showers reading promo that ends on April 30th. The promo was presenting it at $33.33. Come May 1st, that price is going to reset back to $44. So please make sure that you guys get in on that, because I won't be extending it this time, because of course it's running for a whole month. If for any reason the method of payments that are available on the websites don't work with you, or you're not, they're not available to you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and we can chit chat and we can figure something out. Okay. Secondly, we have the Women's Circle that's happening on Friday, April 23rd, which is not this Friday, but it's the following Friday. That is at 6 p.m. Pacific time.